guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Ayodele Fash. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. To all my returning subscribers, I am so grateful. Thank you guys so very much. Okay, so today we'll be talking about a very interesting topic. Yeah, all my topics are interesting. Anyway, you know, if you remember in my last video, I mentioned that this year is going to be a year of intentionality. It's the year that, you know, we are going to take back everything that 2020 has taken away from us. Okay, we are going to put ourselves out there, and you know, I'm going to help you by giving you practical steps and practical guides on things that has helped me, and you know, things that I believe would also help you if you put them into practice. Okay, so I'll be starting a career series from February. February will be a month of career. Yes, I know I've been promising a career series for the longest time, but yes, I will be starting the career series on my channel in February. So how you can, if you know, in case you're looking to transition from your current career or to start your career altogether, or you know, you're just entering into the market, you don't know how to go about it, or you know, you just want to move or scale up in your career and you don't know how to go about it. So I'll be talking about, you know, a lot of this from next week, so make sure you be on the lookout. Though it's very, very interesting. I promise you, I'm not coming to share. I know there are lots of videos on YouTube that tells you or that teaches you a lot of these things, but I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to tell you things that I have put into practice, and things that have worked for me, and things that are still working for me. So I hope that you'll be a part of it. But for today is like a preamble. Okay, it's like an introduction to, you know, the career series that will be starting from next week. So today we're talking about why you are being overlooked, why you don't get picked, why it seems as opportunities are just passing right in front of you and they are not attaching to you. Now, I know that we are quick to blame our village people for some of these incidents, and yes, I'm not here to defend your village people. Okay, I'm not saying that your village people are not the ones at fault. They might be the ones at fault. Okay, and if you don't know who village people are, you obviously are not a Nigerian. So simply put, village people are people from your village. Yes. So it is believed that those are people that, you know, they are technically people that don't want you to succeed, and they are, you know, using magic, dark magic, or witches, like we call it here in Africa, you know, to ensure that, you know, you don't reach your goals or you don't succeed. So that's what village people is about. But this is not about village people. But I'm just trying to let you know that I'm not saying your village people are not at fault, but you know, there might be some ways that you yourself, you are helping them. You know, you are giving them you are giving them a helping hand to, you know, ensure that you're being overlooked. Okay, okay, so let's get into it. What are some of the reasons, and how can we, you know, how can you know, overcome some of those things? I'll be talking about those in this video. So if this is something that you find interesting, please make sure you keep on watching. I'll be right back. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about, one of the most reasons why a lot of people get overlooked, or you know, people don't take them seriously, is the fact that you don't know how to speak up. You don't know how to speak up. Now, when I talk about speak up, people often think that I mean shouting. Okay, now, speaking up has nothing to do with shouting. Okay, it's just being able to communicate. Now, communication is very, very important as a professional. You need to know how to talk in such a way that people would listen. For instance, if you're walking now and you hear a sudden sound like a gunshot behind you, the first thing your instinct goes to is to look back and to see what is happening. You know, I know for a lot of Nigerians, the first thing is to run. But even when you're running, you're looking back to see what exactly just happened. Now, you need to have that effect such that when you speak, people turn and they want to listen to you. Now, that does not mean that you yell. If you yell, people are most likely going like, what's wrong with this one? Like, people are most likely going to see that as being aggressive. So it is very, very important that you learn how to speak out, how to communicate. Think of the people that, you know, that you listen to, the people who you just enjoy listening to, maybe a message, maybe a preacher, maybe a speaker. Why do you listen to them? What makes it so captivating? What makes, you know, their attention? What makes them get your attention? It's because you are able to understand. They are able to communicate deeply to you. They are able to speak in such a way that is clear to you. So imagine that same person comes, you know, and is mumbling and is, you know, not straightforward and is talking under their voice, or, you know, or they are yelling. How is that going to make you feel? So you need to learn how to speak up and how to share your opinions. You know, now, for instance, when people are having a heated conversation, or, you know, in a board meeting or in a meeting or in whatever setting, and you want to, you know, interrupt. Now, when you go there and be saying that, I think, but, you know, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but, you know, but what if we, you know, do it like this? I feel like if we, you know, I thought if we can do it this way, you are, number one, you are not communicating what you really want to say, because you are trying trying to be too polite, okay? You need to learn how to, I'm not saying that you should be aggressive, okay? But for instance, when they're having this question, say, oh, you know, Tunde, I like what you just said about, you know, about this and this and that. You know, I've been thinking about that. If we are to go this way and this way and this way, we'll be able to achieve that. Now, not only have you been able to communicate what you mean, you were able to affirm the person. See, there's nothing human likes more than acknowledgement. We want acknowledgement. We want affirmation. So the moment you're able to tell a person that, oh, you know what you just said, I mean, that's so good. You know, I've been thinking about the same thing, you know, but if we put this and this and this and this together, you have been able to get the person's attention and affirm the person. The person will want to listen to you because the person feels that you are agreeing. Now, you might end up not agreeing with what the person said, okay? Even though you don't agree, you are acknowledging it. Acknowledgement is very important if you want to get people's, you know, people's attention, okay? And then you need to learn how to articulate. Articulate is not speaking up, it's speaking clearly. Speaking in such a way that people can understand what you're saying. But don't be timid, don't be shy when you're talking. You need to learn how to speak up, how to speak out, okay, and not yell, okay? So the next point is, you don't feel that you're good enough. Now, that's one of the main reasons why you don't pursue opportunities. Sometimes, you know, there'll be opportunities that are open, something that, you know, something inside of you is asking you to apply, or something inside of you is asking you to pursue it. But deep down inside of you, there's this other voice. And I think that is actually something that everybody's going to go through, whereby you see something that you feel like I should go for it, but there'll still be this other voice that'll be telling you that you're not good enough, you don't have what it takes, you don't have the enough skills. What if you go there and you mess up? What if you go there and you know, and you don't meet expectations and stuff like that? I know this feeling very well because I think I spoke about it when I was talking about the imposter syndrome. I'll leave the link to the video up here or down in the description box. So I shared an example of or an experience of mine where I passed up an opportunity that would have been like a very big deal to me at that time because I was afraid. Because, no, let me get this. So I went for the interview where a number of people, I'm not going to share the story into details because I did in the video about imposter syndrome. But we all went for this interview and I knew for a fact that, you know, I was capable. I went for the interview, everything went smoothly. We were about 15 that went for the interview. At the end of the day, I was the only one they picked. Now it was time for me to resume, and this voice started. What if you only know how to talk, you don't know how to do? What if, you know, you get there and you flop? What if and this and this and that? And because of that, I made up an excuse and told them that I won't be able to resume. I know the funniest thing, the moment I sent that email, that voice disappeared. And then the other voice that was, you know, letting me or affirming me came back, and I wanted to faint. But that was a big lesson to me, you know, ever since. Even if I don't think that I have everything that it takes to do this job, as long as there's one or two skills that is required that I do have, I pursue it. Now, every other thing that I need, you know, on the way, it's something I can always pick up, I can always learn, or I can ask, or I can even outsource, you know. So I learned that from that particular, you know, experience. So that's what I'm saying. When you feel that you're not good enough, when you allow that voice inside of you to let you, you know, think that you don't deserve something, you will not pursue it, okay? And when you don't pursue it, you definitely will not get it. And the moment, you know, for instance, now you're at the work and there's this project, and your boss calls on you and tells you that I think that you'll be good or you'll be able to do well in this project. And you say, oh, you know, something, and you give an excuse and they pass it on to somebody else and the person does excellently. The next time they have a project, do you think they'll come to you? No, they won't. So that's one of the biggest reasons. That's one of the biggest reasons why people get overlooked. You don't feel you're good enough. You don't feel you're capable, you know, and because of that, you don't pursue opportunities. And when they come on your table, you try to avoid them. Now, if you are in that attitude, or if you are a person who usually do that, you need to stop. You need to know that nobody is a know-it-all. Everybody you see that is succeeding in something, they took a chance on themselves. Life is about taking risks. You need to take that step, take that opportunity, learn everything you need to learn whilst you move on. The Bible says that whatever your hands finds doing, do it well. Oh, sorry. And the Bible says that he's going to bless the work of your hands. It means that you need to have something in your hands for God to be able to bless. So you need to make sure that you grab opportunities, even the ones. I remember there was this particular job that I applied for, one of the last job I did in Ghana. When I only had, I had 1 year and 8 months experience. Like, that's the only experience I had. And then I saw this opportunity for a business development manager. Now, and they needed someone with about 5 years experience. I knew for a fact that I didn't have up to 5 years experience, even though I do have, you know, experience in business development. But I decided to apply. it was like the craziest things. I wasn't expecting them to call, but then again I just felt like, what's the big deal? They will see I'm sending my CV, they will see it, and if they don't think I qualify, and lo and behold, I was called for the interview. We did the interview and everything. They were not planning on getting a business development executive. They wanted a manager, but because I went there and I sold myself to them, which is the next point I'm talking about, I was able to get the opportunity. But if I hadn't pursued it, if I thought that, I don't have what it takes, so why should I do that, I wouldn't have gotten that job. Okay, so, and that job was like pivotal to every other opportunity that I got in the future. But look how I would have missed out on that opportunity if I had listened to that voice inside of me that tells me that, oh, you're not good enough. You've got to be kidding me. Sorry for the break in transmission. So the next point I was talking about is that you sell yourself short. You sell yourself too short, and this is like a very common thing that I see a lot among especially fresh graduates, or maybe people who are just penetrating into the market. Now, it is understandable. I gave you the example of the job where I went and they needed 5 years experience and everything. I created a position in the organization for myself, even though I wasn't what they were looking for initially. So you need to learn how to sell yourself, learn how to promote yourself. Okay, so you may not have all the years of experience, but what do you have? What can you offer? When I want to apply for jobs, I don't look at you have to have 5 years, unless of course it's something that is way beyond my field. I usually don't look at the years of experience you need to have. I look at the skills that is required. I look at the job description. Is this something I can do? Is this something I have done? Is this something that my CV can attest to, that I do well? So why not apply? So that's what I look at. So imagine if they want someone like with 5 years or with 6 years experience, and I have just 5 years experience. So why wouldn't I apply for it just because of that 1 year, knowing fully well that I can do this particular role very well? So what? I send it. If they call me, I go for the interview and I sell myself. And at the interview, you need to learn how to sell yourself. I'll be talking about that when we start the career series, next month. So you need to learn how to sell yourself very well. What are the things that you're good at? What are the things that you know that you are able to do? It might not be that you are the expert in it, but you know that if you give me this one, I'll be able to do it well. Use that to sell yourself. What are the skills that you are good at? Pursue opportunities in that area. You see, no experience you ever gain is a waste. No experience, whether it is internship, whether it is volunteering, those things are supposed to be in your CV. Sometimes I review CV for people and I'm like, so you're the fresh graduate. Yes. Does it mean you don't have any working experience? You don't have any experience at all? You've not volunteered? You've not trained somewhere or anything? Oh, I did something like that. But so why is it not in your CV? You will see some people, they are NYSC. The only thing they'll put there is NYSC. Is NYSC the job you went to do there? You went there as a corper. Now, NYSC is a Nigerian Youth Service Corps. So, in case you don't know, you went in there as a corps member. But when you got there, you were the customer representative. You were the business development person. So why is that not in your CV? Why is it that what is in your CV is NYSC or a corps member or NYSC? That shouldn't be there. If at all NYSC should appear, that should be in brackets. The role that you played in that organization should be what is there. So I see that a lot, and a lot of people actually make that mistake. And that's something that you need to stop. No skill that you have, if you help the person. Maybe you're a lawyer and one day maybe your neighbor had an issue and you went to court, you're able to settle the issue for them. You did that out of goodwill, but that should be added to your resume. You did an online course. It is not in your resume. You did this. We feel like it's until you do something big, until you work in a multinational company or you work in a stable full-time job before you can have that in your CV. Those are wrong. Once you were there, you were doing a little freelancing, helping people to write content. You are a content developer. Sell yourself, sell your skills. So you need to see yourself as a commodity, okay? When you're going to market a product, or when anybody is marketing a product, they usually highlight the good things in the product, how the product will be of benefit to you. And that is how you should always approach, interviews. That's how you should always approach opportunities. You are selling the things that will be of value. Of course, every good you buy, there's always one disadvantage or the other. But you don't dwell on those things. You dwell on how am I going to be a value? How is this product going to benefit you? What are the good things? What are the good sides of this product? That is how you should see yourself. See yourself as a commodity. And when you're talking to a person about yourself, or you're trying to get an opportunity, you sell yourself to the person. That is what is important. So a lot of us, we sell ourselves short. And that's why people overlook us, because they don't even know you have that skills, because in your CV, you didn't put those things there. So you need to learn how to sell yourself properly, okay? And it's even in relationships, sometimes you're coming to meet a girl and you know that you don't have, maybe you're living in a one-room apartment. That's why I love Sam Adeyemi. Whenever he talks about the time when he approached his wife, he didn't sell his present to his wife, he sold his future. Those are the things you should be pursuing. When you go for interviews, when you go to even chase a lady, sell what you see yourself, and the skills that you already have, and how you see yourself accomplishing those things. Not that I know I'm just a recent graduate, I don't have anything. No, you have something, you just cannot realize it. Okay? So the next thing I'll be talking about is your body language. Now you need to be mindful of your body language, because some of us, it is just the way our body language is that makes people not to want to approach us, or want to, that makes them to overlook us when, there's opportunity or something, because our body language is either tired or depressed or frustrated or angry. You don't know that. Now, I'm not saying that you are tired or you're depressed or you're frustrated. No, but that is what your body language is showing. And it is, I don't know if you know that, you can be happy, but your body language is showing everyone that you're angry. You need to be mindful of how you appear. Now, I have a friend, she's one of my closest friends now. When I met her, she had this, I don't know, this unapproachable body language. Like, anytime you see her, you don't feel like talking to her because you feel like she's always angry about something. Eventually we got close, we got talking and everything, and I told her, and she was like, a lot of people usually tell her that she always appears angry, but she's not angry, that's just the way her face is. And I told her that, if you want to go into the job market, you have to work on this thing. And she herself said, okay, this is something that she needed to now take notice of. So it is normal that sometimes your body language can appear unapproachable. Okay, sometimes you will go to an event. Now, one thing I know about myself is that one of the biggest issues that I had to face is approaching people. People have never had any issue approaching me, because I'm a kind of person that when you see me, I smile a lot. I have this, when I get to into a place, a lot of people approach me and say, oh, I like your smile. Oh, are you the first time here? And stuff like that. People always want to approach me. Why? Because I naturally have this smiley face. Now, there's a downside to it, because sometimes when people see you as a person who smiles too much, they might think you're unserious. So you need to know, because even how you need to work on that to make sure that, okay, there are certain settings that I need to appear, as a professional. I'm not smiling and shining my teeth every time. You need to appear like you're serious. So I need to also be aware of my body language, because my natural body language is to be smiley and to be laid back. Okay, so when I enter into an interview room, I know that in as much as I want to smile, I want to have this pleasant appearance, I also want to appear professional. So I have learned how to, balance those things, over the years. And that's something that you need to learn, especially if people have told you, people usually tell you that you are unapproachable. But in your mind, you know that I'm a friendly person. How can you say I'm unapproachable? It might just be because of the way you appear. So you need to be mindful of it. If you're a person that you find you always catch yourself frowning, or you catch yourself, having this unpleasant look, you need to make sure that you are conscious about how you appear. If you're a kind of person that you are used to, you have a very bad body, body posture, your posture is also very important. It's part of your body language. So if you're a kind of person that you're always laid back, or naturally you're a kind of person that your shoulder is always down, even when you're walking, you're dragging your feet and everything, you need to learn how to put your shoulder up, raise your head up, be chin up, put your chest out. I don't mean you should have this scary professional look, but you should learn how to, at least be relaxed, learn how to be approachable, how to make your body appear approachable. So look at yourself in the mirror, and catch yourself sometimes. How do you appear? Is your shoulder down? Are you a kind of person that your head is always down? You need to learn how to put your head up so that people are able to approach you. Okay. Now, I spoke about you not pursuing opportunities. Now, another thing that I find, especially from professionals, is that you also don't know where to search for opportunities. You'll be surprised that some people still take their CV to offices to go and distribute CVs to different offices. That is the way it is done then. But now there are platforms, there are places where you can go. There are sites that are just for jobs in the non-profit sector, if that is what you want to, you want to go into. There are sites, there are sites that the only recruitment they do is for banks. You need to know all of these things. Where are these sites and how do you know? You make research. Google is your best friend. Google for opportunities. Google for whatever it is that whatever opportunities that you're looking to, that you are seeking for, and pursue them. Okay, so you need to also know where to search for these opportunities. Okay, now the next issue is that you might be a person that relies solely on hard work. Yes, you have this ideology that if you work hard, you will get to where you want to go to, and that's true. Work hard, or hard work is very good. Nothing can take the place of hard work. Before you can even, before a person would want to, help you out, it means that you are putting an effort. Okay, so hard work is good, but hard work alone is not going to will not get you to where you want to get to. Hard work alone is not going to open doors for you. You need to have interest in people. You need to learn how to network. You need to learn how to approach people, to have genuine interest in people. When I began last year, I started reading this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I highly recommend it. You should read it. There's a lot of wisdom in it. You need to learn how to connect with people, how to have genuine interest in people. Look at the person who, if for instance, if you're in a meeting and the project is supposed to be given to a person, I will not give it to a person I don't like. I would definitely give it to a person that I know can do the job. So imagine there are two of you. You are good at your job, he's good at his job, but he's more friendly and approachable. Will I bring it to you? No, I won't bring it to you because you don't have any interest in people. I would definitely go to the person who we can relate. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So you need to learn how to network, how to be genuinely interested in people. Ask questions. When you go for dinner, that's not or for lunch rather at work, that's not the time to plug earpiece in your ear and be watching movies. I am very guilty of that. Okay, learn how to interact with people. When you see people, hey, what's up, how was your day, just have this genuine interest in them. Ask them about them. See, there's nothing human being likes to talk about more than themselves. So ask them about themselves. What project are you working on? Oh, this and this and that. That is how you connect. It's not by isolating yourself and working hard. You can work hard from day to night. You can be the person that is working hard. And a person that just came in, that just joined the team within a few days, already going higher than you. Why? Because he leveraged on relationships. Relationships is what is going to get you to where you want to get to. Relationships, of course, and your hard work is what is going to get you. Hard work alone is not going to do that. Okay, so relationship is good, hard work is good, prayer is also good. So you join prayer to it. Prayer is what brings everything together. You need to be close to God. Okay, so make sure that you don't just rely on hard work. You are there working 9 to 5 from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the night. You don't interact with your colleagues. You see your colleague having a bad day, you don't even ask them what is happening. Imagine if that person has an opportunity that can help you. I know how many people have approached me with opportunities. It's not because I've done anything mighty for them, just because I'm genuinely interested in them. I call them, I check up on them and all of those things. So you need to make sure that you have genuine interest in people, you interact with them, you connect with them. When they have opportunities, they will be able to provide you with those opportunities, and you will not be overlooked. Okay, so I'm going to be ending here because of time for now. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to answer them. And if you have answers to the questions, please make sure that you interact in the comment section down below. I hope this has been helpful to you in any way. If it has, please leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel. Until we meet again, my name is Victoria Ayodele Fash, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Mwah!